All right, last story here is Keith Ellison, possibly the U.S. Attorney General. This is from Fox News. I think some of you guys probably heard this. Trump campaign slams report. Radical Keith Ellison is on Harris's AG shortlist. Natural fit, apparently quoted in this report. I don't know how credible this is. You came into the office talking about this, Jesse. Do you think this is really on the verge of happening?
You know, I've heard a couple of different theories. One of them is that this was an intentional leak, not a serious leak. You know, that this was done by the Kamala Harris team to get the young progressive coalition to make sure they come out and vote for her.
And this was done at a Muslim event too, wasn't it? The leak, if I remember right.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, to me, I think that there, you know, also Tim Walz, of course, he's deeply tied with Keith Ellison. He thinks the world of him. Keith Ellison would obviously have a chance at it, considering that Tim Walz would be the VP in this administration. I don't think it would be likely because he wouldn't be able to get the votes in the Senate, especially because the Senate is almost 100% going to be Republican at this point. It's just a matter of how Republican it's going to be. But I do think that this leak probably came from the Kamala Harris team to get the progressives to vote for her. But it could be that this was an unintentional leak and that he's under serious consideration, which would be a disaster for our country. I mean, we see what he's done to Minnesota, and it would only get worse if he gets more power.
It says the Trump campaign slam reports that Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign told Arab American leaders in Detroit that if she's elected on November 5th, she would likely name left-wing Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison as the U.S. top cop. It goes on later in there, a quote or a tweet from Keith Ellison. This is a lie designed to trigger the Muslim haters. This is in response to Richard Grenell talking about.
Yeah, and this is also as Keith Ellison was just praising Brazil for banning Twitter. It could very well be that Keith Ellison's a big time anti-free speech guy. The way that he handled the BLM riots and he's a supposed criminal justice advocate. He's done nothing for criminal justice.
Well, this is a very good take that you have, Jesse. Scroll down there, Dawson. Keep scrolling down. I feel like I've seen this take that you just had. Keep going. This is from the Fox News article. Oh, yeah, there. Walter Hudson. Keith Ellison thanked Brazil after they banned X.
Yeah, I saw that Walter had said something.
I just saw. I didn't even see that in the article before. Well, it looks like he is a good strategic communicator.
Yep.
Keith Ellison's terrible. My only thinking is he moderates to a degree with elections being in his future. If he becomes the Attorney General of the United States, and we know what the Kamala Biden administration does with lawfare, that's a scary idea. That's a very scary idea.
Oh, yeah.
This guy does not believe in the Constitution. Oh, but do you endorse this, Dick Cheney? Because that's what you get with Kamala. The potential of an AG like that. Do you endorse that? I'm sure you do.
Yep, the Minnesota felon.
I don't even get why they call themselves Republicans again. Like, actually, why?
They're neocons. Yeah, I know, right?
But you
understand the Republican Party's shifted and changed. The Democrat Party has too.
Yeah.
They used to represent the working man. I'm old enough to remember the Democrats being against war and for free speech. I remember that. I'm old enough. We're all old enough in this room to remember the Democrats being for health freedom, right? Remember that? And they still say they are a woman's right of her own body, and they were nowhere to be seen when it came to vaccine mandates, right?
It's almost like two parties makes no frickin' sense.
It does not. It's just naturally the way it goes in our country. But yes, it doesn't. Right, 100%. But the point I'm trying to make is, listen, we expose the uniparty on this show. The uniparty that's adding $35 trillion in debt and getting us in endless wars. We'll get more.